So, hello, hi listeners. Bingkai Suara is back, your favorite channel discussing songs, the musicians, and the stories behind them. And I'm Luciana today. We've got something special, songs written in a little Irish kitchen that ended up filling arena, 100 million plus streams, a number one hit and their very first album finally dropping this August. Oh my God. From small town roots to standing ovations, this is a story of heart, heritage, and holding on to joy through it all. So stick around. This is it. Kingfishr. Hello, Eddie, Fitz, McGoo.
Hey,
Hey,
Lucy.
Lucy.
That was an
Hey,
excellent
Lucy.
introduction.
Hi. So how is it? You've already done like 11 shows. How's you feeling?
We're flying. We've got a couple of days here now to just take a brief break, and then we're straight back on. We've got our biggest ever show next week, so we're very excited. And then the rest of the year is just going to be crazy as well.
Yes, next week is gonna be in Dublin, isn't it, right?
That is very correct. In a big tent. We're very excited.
And it's already sold out, guys. Oh my God. You have sold out arena shows in Ireland and your North American headline tour even before you dropping a full studio album. But next, you're gonna have the next Halcyon, right?
Yeah, correct. Yeah.
How does it feel? Did you ever expect things to take off this fast?
No.
Definitely not.
No. We studied engineering together. So we were supposed to be computer engineers. That was our what we basically went to university for. And then very quickly, when we met each other, realized that we all love music and that we were really bad at engineering. So we took a quick left turn and began releasing music. And then all of a sudden, all these people started paying attention, and we were putting on shows, and it's just gotten bigger and bigger. And I don't think we will ever be able to wrap our heads around it. To be honest, we're just as my dad says,
Yes,
ride the wave.
that's very great. That's getting bigger and bigger. Even you have 36 shows in total, right? From house
Yeah.
parties and pub, and then you're gonna go to 3 arena and international stages. I'm curious actually, when you're up there in front of thousands and thousands people, do you still feel the same connection you had in those early stage, like intimate moments? Has the energy changed? I mean, or maybe you have some kind of ritual or mindset that helped you hold onto the same feeling. Do you have it,
We,
guys?
we've heard that the energy changes from like smaller venues to bigger venues. Maybe we haven't experienced it to its full extent yet. The gig in Fairview next week, the one it's our biggest gig today, that will probably tell a lot. I guess from some of the supports, maybe the intimacy is a little changed. It's like you don't connect as close to people when you're in such a small room and you can like see nearly everyone in the room. So those gigs are always unreal, and sometimes I feel like maybe the energy will never be matched to those gigs. Like the bigger you get, the harder it is. But I guess that's a good goal. I guess something to work towards, like to try and bring like a lot of energy and like a really cool vibe to a big stage. So that's probably what we're working at and trying to write music towards, maybe, or part of it at least.
Right, right. So the bigger stage, the more energy you get from the audiences. Is it correct?
No, it's probably the opposite, but that's what we're trying to do. I think we're trying to bring more energy to the bigger stages so that people feel like it's a little more maybe like intimate rather than like it being too big.
Hmm. Do you have some kind of ritual that you have to do before you perform, guys?
We
We just started one. Yeah.
we did, yeah. Well, the two. It depends on. It's like little things. Like before every gig, Fitz and McGoo will both like shoulder each other
Oh
like
yeah, we
four or
started
five
doing that.
times.
Yeah.
Four or five times we get on stage, like they'll hit each other a couple of shoulders.
Get the blood
Um,
pumping.
get the blood pumping. Yeah. or like silly things, like even high fives and stuff. Like we try and make like the loudest high five we can before we go on stage, just to like so like small things. I'm sure everyone does those little things to start their day or to go to work or do any little rituals. Like I love those things. I think they like ground you. So yeah, we started warming up as well. Like we normally before the last couple of weeks, we never like warmed up our voices or anything, which is probably a bad idea. But yeah, so we started warming up together and using all these weird noises. And I would imagine if anyone could hear the dressing room before we go on stage, they would all think we were losing our minds. But
In
yeah,
fact, we're
but
not.
we're not. We're not. Well, we are. But no, look, I suppose you pick them up over time. Who knows? Just high fives, shoulders, and screaming is a good way to start the gig.
Yes, yes, yes. I like high five. You know, high five sometimes give a big energy.
Yeah, 100%.
That's the idea.
Yes. And your next album, it's Halcyon, right?
Yeah, correct.
Yes. And by the way, like I mentioned before, you have had many shows, and your song Kila reached number one on the Irish single, 100
Yeah.
million plus streams. And now you're finally releasing your debut album. But why now? Why is it now the right time for Halcyon?
I think we're probably too long. You know, it's 3 years. We've been releasing singles for three
Yes,
years.
3 years.
We've released almost 30 singles. And I suppose when you look at it, like the modern like way of releasing music is so different, like because of like Spotify and TikTok and social media, and everyone always says that. But I just think that we're ready to almost close the chapter on the band, I guess. And maybe that's what an album is. It used to be that an album would be that it would be the start of the chapter for a band, whereas now it feels like the album is a culmination of your work so far. So I guess we've reached a point where we're really proud of everything we've done so far and of the collection of songs that we've got. And I suppose we're ready to show those as a group. And then who knows after that? Like we're writing constantly. I would expect that our second album would come shortly after. But we're just really proud of the songs that we have for this album, and we'd love to share them with people, I guess.
Yeah, finally, after 3 years, listeners.
Finally.
Halcyon. Finally. By the way, Halcyon is something related to peaceful, right? Something related
Yeah,
to, but
it's a peaceful time in the past.
yes, but Halcyon also a name of birds. You know, like Halcyon and then Kingfisher are names of birds. That's
Yeah.
such a strong nature vibes. Was that intentional?
Yeah, I think that's very Irish. You know, like Ireland is the Emerald Isle, like, and I think we'd be silly to shy away from that and that part of our culture. You know, it's a very natural place. And yeah, I suppose we wanted in some way for the name and for things to represent that. So, yeah.
Yeah. So nature really runs in your blood because you guys are growing up in rural Ireland, and that's so beautiful. I watched the video, you guys singing on the island.
Yeah. Well,
Right.
it's all like McGoo is currently sitting in the kitchen of his grandparents' house on his dairy farm, so he's still farming. Myself and Fitz are a little further afield now, but we all grew up in rural Ireland, and a lot of the songs are written on the farm, so it's hard to escape it, I guess.
Yeah. So your musical roots trace back to a little kitchen on a dairy farm in rural Ireland, and that's wholesome. That's really wholesome, by the way. And now, guys, you're playing huge venue like the O2 Forum and then Three Arena. And is there something about that kitchen or the farm, maybe a moment, a sound, or a feeling that still inspires you when you're writing or when you're performing on the stage? McGoo, maybe?
Yeah, McGoo.
McGoo?
That's the toughest question so far. Goes to McGoo.
I don't know. My photos app makes like montages and stuff of old photos and old moments, and my phone at the very start was used for almost all the social media. So I get these little throwbacks that are made by some algorithm of all the little moments that we've had in the past 2-3 years, and that really I really enjoy getting them. Sometimes they're not the best photos, I'm not going to lie, but the memories are really captured, and it's nice to watch them now and again.
That's pretty. Thank you so much to Kingfishr for sharing the heart behind Halcyon, from writing songs in a kitchen to filling up the 3 arena. That's what a journey. So August 22nd, go stream Halcyon, feel all the feels. So until then, see you next time. Thank you so
Thank you,
much.
Lucy.
Thank you.
Thank you, Lucy.
Bye.
Bye bye. Have a nice day, guys.
Too.
Bye.